good afternoon here on the East Coast and good morning on the West Coast. Actually, it's good afternoon on the West Coast. But it's morning someplace in the world. We're streaming live on the dot on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And just excited on this fabulous Friday to share an amazing company with you and more importantly, an amazing person. And we're going to bring her on in a few minutes here. But before we bring her on, I want to wish happy birthday to Holly Donnell. Holly is out in California, and Holly knows a little bit about this company right up here. And happy birthday, Holly. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Happy birthday tomorrow to my good friend who's in Colorado and all her wonderful children. I met her through her husband, or her husband, I should say, Christine Lamar. Happy birthday, Christine. I send you lots of love and good vibrations. Happy birthday to Margie Heffernan, whose birthday is on Sunday. And I met Margie through the United Nations many years ago. And please send my best to your other half, John Heffernan. And happy birthday to my Stanford classmate, Hillary Hall Bartell, who Hillary Hall, you definitely want to know about this company, Beyond Slim. And happy birthday to Dr. Tony Nell, who I'm going to send this recording to. She needs to know about Beyond Slim. And happy birthday weekend tomorrow to my friend who's up in wherever we go after we pass, text Simone. And John needs to know about Beyond Slim. So I'm going to send John happy birthday to your father. It was his birthday this weekend. And happy birthday to Rico Resto, who's a good friend of mine I worked at Cadillac with. Happy birthday, Rico. And I'm sending you information on this company. Great company. And happy birthday to Robert Brownstein out in California, who is one of the premier sports journalists and announcers for prep sports in California. And finally, happy birthday to John Campbell, who I just met, who works for a company called Performa, and want to wish him happy birthday. So with that, I want to introduce this amazing woman. She is amazing. Her name is Rachel Kellogg, and I had the pleasure, honor to meet her. Gosh, it seems like yesterday, but it was probably a year and a half ago. We were working together with a company in California called Club Nirvana. And I can't believe Club Nirvana let her go because she is a superstar. The first minute of her talking about this amazing industry, which is called social retail, I said, I want to hold on to her coattails, Rachel's coattails, because she understands where the market's going and what people need. And she got her training. She was 10 years with probably one of the greatest direct sales companies in the world. And I wish I had a chance to meet this woman. Mary Kay Ash. She worked with Mary Kay for a decade and was able to get to the highest level. So she drove the pink Cadillac. And she was a mompreneur because she's a mother. And she learned this industry, which is I call it the social retail industry. And she's originally from Sandpoint, Idaho, which I just learned Teddy Roosevelt visited Sandpoint, Idaho back in 1888, and he called it a rough and tumble environment, which means, I guess, if you can survive in Sandpoint and get out, you're ready for the world. And this woman is definitely ready for the world. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to her, Rachel Kellogg. Rachel, I see your picture. Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
Welcome to OnTheDot.
Thank you so much for having me. Can I just say, you nail it with affirmations. You really got that skill down. I'm like trying to train my husband of how to do that better. It's just not his strength. I'm like, I'm just going to send him this recording because you really kill it with those affirmations. So thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, thank you, Rachel. I am so excited to have you. And I want to get off the stage and let you just share with our audience, a little bit about your background, and then we can get into talking about where you've been, where you are today, and what your vision is for the future.
Sounds good. I love Teddy Roosevelt visited Sandpoint, Idaho, and I'm going to guess back when he visited it, it was not the bougie lake town it is now, because when I started growing up there, it was a very small town. Gosh, I think probably 3,000 or 4,000 people, gorgeous lake. It was a hidden gem. Now everybody knows about Sandpoint, Idaho, and it is the new South Lake Tahoe. Beautiful place to grow up. I've actually spent most of my life flip-flopping between Northern California and Northern Idaho, which is really funny because California and Idaho are like polar opposites in every single way. I was born in Mount Shasta, California. I spent the first 10 years of my life there and then moved up to Northern Idaho. I say I grew up there because that's, when I became myself, and those are the memories that I carry. I went to most of grade school, middle school, and high school there, and the beginning of college. But pretty much after high school and 1 year at college, I was ready to get out of small town Idaho. And where do you go when you want to get out of a small town Idaho? You go back to California, because I had family there. So I went back to California, and I was in the restaurant industry. I started my first job at 14 as a dishwasher, and then I became a busser, and then I became a hostess, and then I became a sous chef, and then I became a server and a bartender. Like, the food and wine and restaurant industry was my jam. It was what I knew. I was passionate about it. And I came back to California, and I started building an incredible catering company under an amazing mentor and tutor who's a world-renowned caterer. And then life happened. I think that's the way most people fall into their forever industry. Very few times is it the industry you thought you were going to grow up in. It's not what you said when you were a little kid. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a marine biologist. I had no idea that I would end up loving a long career in the social marketing business. But one day I was in my early 20s, and I was getting ready for a large wedding with my catering company, and I herniated 2 discs in my back, bent over to pick up a bag of noodles, and my life changed. And it's so funny because it wasn't even anything cool. It wasn't like, oh, I was really lifting something heavy. Nope. Stinking bag of noodles changed my life. And I was laid up. I couldn't walk. I was in more pain than I ever could imagine. And I was young enough, though, that the doctors were like, we don't want to do surgery. Once you do back surgery, it's kind of like they say it's a zipper. So I was too young, and they're like, all right, you can walk it out. That's what they kept saying, walk it out. Well, I had a really hard 6 months, and I couldn't physically do my job. I couldn't stay in that industry anymore. And I was newly married. We had a dual income lifestyle in California. And so it was time for me to figure something out. I fell into Mary Kay accidentally. I had a girlfriend who quit a killer corporate job down in Newport Beach. And she called me, and she had just had a baby girl. And she's like, Rachel, I just quit my corporate job to sell Mary Kay. And I knew nothing about this industry. I knew nothing about direct sales, network marketing. Of course, I'd heard of Mary Kay. I think my response was like, old lady makeup, like that orange lipstick my grandma used to wear. And she's like, yes, and I want you to do it with me. And I was like, oh my God, this is what postpartum depression must be like. I thought she just had a baby. She's chemically imbalanced. She must be losing her mind. She quit her job to go sell a lady lipstick. And she's like, no, I'm serious. Help me out. You're my friend. Listen to how the business works. Well, I had nothing better going on. Total brat, though, mind you, I was being a total brat. I said, all right, I'll come and I'll listen to help you out. I'll do you a favor. And my husband's a researcher, okay? It doesn't matter what you say to him. He's going to dive in. I feel like he's doing it to prove you wrong. Most of the time he does. So he dove in and started researching. And I learned very quickly, holy smokes, this direct selling thing is not just door to door. It's not just old ladies. There's a lot of money to be made in this business. And I was at this interesting place in my life where I put all my eggs in this basket. I was going to build this catering empire. I was going to become a sommelier. I was going with it. And now all of a sudden, I physically couldn't do that. And so I had to pivot. And I'm very financially driven. And so I thought, okay, if I can make enough money, I'll just throw the best parties ever. That was my original plan. I thought I'll go in, I'll make some money. When my back heals, I'll go back into the catering industry. I jumped in and I moved quickly. I moved really, really quickly. I had my first car in, I think, 6 months, my second car in 8 months, top 2% of the company. I think within 8 months, it was less than a year. And I made money quickly. I made more money than I had literally breaking my back in the other industry. And it changed everything. It changed my perception of everything because it wasn't It wasn't the sales. And that's what people always say. Oh, I'm not a salesperson. It wasn't selling. It wasn't makeup. I mean, if you see pictures of me before I was in Mary Kay, I was not your cookie cutter salesperson. I didn't wear makeup. I literally did not know how to apply mascara. Hot mess. And so it wasn't the sales. It wasn't the cosmetics. It wasn't any of that. What hooked me to stay in the industry was truly the difference you can make in people's lives. When I say if I can do it, anybody can do it, I believe that. I believed that to the core of my being, and I believe that today. And so it taught me, like, if I can do this, so can you. And so I just started helping women. I started helping people break belief barriers and move up the career path and leave jobs they hate, or be able to stay at home with their kids, or honestly get out of abusive relationships. Just so many different things kept coming into my life, helping women be able to fulfill dreams that they had. And so I got into the industry to make money, but I stayed for the people. I stayed for the vision of building leaders. And then, gosh, I don't even know how long ago now. It feels like a long time ago, but I don't think it was. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago, I got an itch, and I thought, I've earned 5 pink Cadillacs. I have a great career, but I could see where this industry was going. The network marketing, the direct sales, social referral marketing, which we'll talk about in a minute. And I knew that I had more to give. I knew I could make a bigger impact if I switched sides. If rather than being in front of the curtain, I kind of stepped behind the curtain and started help orchestrating the magic and the systems and the things that I had grown to use, know, and love over the past 10 years. So I took a leap of faith, and I walked away, turned in the keys to my pink Cadillac. And I mean, you guys, that's a hard thing to do when you are, making 6 figures pretty much in your sleep, and you have a free car and you built this life. Walking away was not easy, but it was a phenomenal decision. Everything that Mary Kay taught me, the woman that I am, honestly, I attest to the culture and the leadership from that company, because it gave me the confidence to be able to go out and do whatever you want to do. And that was such an amazing thing. And I stepped into starting helping consulting, startup companies, seeing how could I help them onboarding, Salesforce motivation and development, just really diving in, just like, okay, who needs help? Hi, I'm here. I'll take what you give me. Like I was back to square one. So it was like, throw the scraps from the table. I'll take it. I'm in. And that's where I met Mike at an amazing company called Club Nirvana. Salesforce motivation and development. And it's amazing when you hear people say this all the time. One, the student's ready, the teacher appears. When where intention goes, energy flows. When you're finally aligned in the direction you're supposed to be going, doors open. And that is what was happening for me. Doors are opening that I didn't even know existed. I had recruiters calling me. I had companies calling me. I had CEOs calling me. And I'm like, I don't understand how this happened, but word spread and opportunities just started coming. And I met incredible people along the way. I spent some time with Club Nirvana. I spent some time helping another company break to the US, as in 46 other countries. And most recently, I really believe I found my forever home, if you will, with an incredible company called Beyond Slim. And it's not just when people say, oh, it's social marketing. Beyond Slim is actually the only social referral marketing company, because we've actually trademarked and patented it. And so I was blessed to find an amazing company, and that's where I am now. So Mike, where do you want to start? What can I tell you about Beyond Slim?
Well, as you can see my background, it's all Beyond Slim, and you are just such an inspiration, Rachel. You could just keep, I want to get back off the stage here so that you can talk about this amazing company. And I will just say this, for people that know me, when people call me and they're excited about something, I'm the kind of person I say, sure, I'll try it. Well, I've got this right here. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. I take this every day, actually twice a day, with my little Zip Slim bottle. And it just clicked. And I know, Rachel, sometimes I'm a little slow, but it just clicked. No more Diet Cokes and soda pops and all those sugary drinks, because and you can tell people what's in it. I mean, This is amazing. And because of the AMPK, which I didn't know anything about. So Rachel, Why don't you share with our audience what
Okay.
you're talking about?
All right. So when I was looking for my forever home, there was a few key things that I needed because I knew I had spent a couple of years, again, gathering all the knowledge behind the scenes on the other side of the curtain. And I knew my next spot that I went to, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be part of building something. And one thing that I have been noticing for, gosh, probably the past 5 or 6 years now is the change that the network marketing, direct selling industry needs to make. If this industry is going to do what it can do and continue to thrive, it needs to change. When people like Mary Kay and even Avon and Amway, when these companies started out, 75, 80 years ago, they changed the game because they realized word of mouth was the best advertising and the best marketing you can do. And so it went literally like wildfire. And it went from a few really big successful companies doing it to, in the past, gosh, since late mid 90s, people doing it everywhere, company after company after company popping up. Right now, there's over 1,000 network marketing companies in the US. On average, this year, few hundred are going to close and a few hundred more are going to open. It's this door. So it went from this small niche group to everybody and anybody can be part of a direct selling network marketing. And through that transition, a couple things got lost. It got watered down and it got taken advantage of, to be perfectly honest. There were so many shady things happening. When people are like, oh, Mary Kay, isn't it a pyramid scheme? I'm like, no, it's not. Pyramid schemes are illegal, but they're doing it, they're doing it, they're doing it. There was so many people taking advantage of this incredible opportunity, this style of an opportunity. And so I could see that. I could see a change brewing. And this was before COVID. But when COVID hit, it solidified it. It was like, holy smokes, this is it. This is that pivotal moment in our industry when everything is going to change. You have a group of people that are all in with network marketing and direct sales. They love it. And you have just as big, if not even bigger group of people who are like, no, stay away from me. Don't even tell me, because of how it's gotten watered down. So there were things that I knew needed to change. And I have this vision of like, okay, let's pioneer a new era. Let's take all of the stuff that people hate out, but let's keep all of the stuff that makes it amazing, which is fantastic products, the middleman of advertising cut out, and genuine word of mouth, share what you love sales, right? Because people say, oh, I don't like sales. And that makes me laugh because I'm like, you don't realize everything you do in life is sales. You can't avoid sales. Me getting my son to eat broccoli is me selling. Everything you're doing is you're selling somebody on something at some point, and it only feels icky if it's bad. If I was trying to sell my son on eating gummy candy broccoli, I should feel bad about that. Selling my son on eating real broccoli, I feel good about it. I'm a champion when that plate is cleaned. And so that's the mindset. That's the mindset, right? So I could see these things that needed to change. And so when I was looking for my forever home, there was a few key factors. One of those was you can't buy me, you can't sell me. I need to have full belief in the product. I will never speak about or represent a product that I am not 100% sold out on. So the product was really important. Before I would even be willing to look at the product, though, the first thing was who's behind the product. I needed to know that the people in this company, the CEO, the COO, the founder, were good people. And so when Luke and Ray approached me with this company, they were the first people I did research on. This is kind of a small industry. And so I was able to reach out and ask, who are these guys? I want like a genuine, who are they as people? And I got nothing but rave reviews. Our CEO and founder, Ray Faltinsky, who I'm sure Dot will have on here so you can meet him soon, is incredible. And he started Free Life, which was an MLM in the late 90s, early 2000s with goji juice, goji berries. They pioneered that, and he built a $1 billion company. And then when the antioxidant super juice thing kind of became mainstream, he sold it and went into retirement. And so seeing, okay, he's somebody who's done this before in the industry, and every leader I can find, every person who's worked with him, whether it was on his team, whether it was manufacturing, whether it was just a colleague in the industry, had nothing but rave reviews to say about him. So it was like, okay, box checked, great, good people. All right, let's try this product. Now let's go back to my husband being Mr. Skeptic. The past few years, Dustin has decided he is a supplement guru. We have an entire cabinet. It's not even a pantry full of supplements. If it is something new, he's taken it. We got cow colostrum, we got pine pollen, we've got everything in here. And so, of course, he wants me to get on board. So he's got me one of these giant pill containers. And I'm not talking like these little ones. I'm talking like people that are in the last years of their life taking 50 pills a day, pill containers. And he's putting all these things in there for me to take. And I'm not taking them. Why? Because I'm super sensitive to supplements and vitamins not on a full stomach. If I take the wrong thing on an empty stomach, I get, yucky feeling for like 30 minutes. And I hate swallowing pills. So I was just disappointing my husband left and right because those pills were not getting taken. Those supplements were not going anywhere. I take like 2 someday, 1 another day. And I was actually out of town when the Beyond Slim, Zip Slim, this guy right here, arrived on the counter. And when I got home, Dustin he said, well, I guess we've solved your problem. And I'm like, oh, what problem is that? What problem today are we solving? And he said, well, this has almost all of the things in it that is in your little pill container right there. And I was like, really? And so I started looking and I was like, wow, it really does. Alpha lymphoic acid, quercetin, milk thistle, rhodiola. Rhodiola is something my mom has been trying to get me to take since I was a teenager for adrenal fatigue. Vitamin D, vitamin B, chromium, magnesium, ashwagandha. Everything in this product is amazing. And it tastes good. So I was like, this I can do. I can't take 15 pills every day. I can drink blackberry lemonade twice a day, no problemo. So the product was there. I was like, all right, good guys, good products. What's next? Well, the final thing was, as I said in the beginning, what matters to me and what's kept me in this industry is the ability to pass it on to other people, the ability to help people become successful. And so I needed an opportunity that wasn't the same. I needed an opportunity that wasn't doing those yucky things that we talked about before. I needed an opportunity that was really going to make an impact in people's lives that I could feel good about. And that is what Beyond Slim was, because Ray had the foresight, just like me, that the industry needed to change. And so he not only said, let's call it social referral marketing, he said, let's actually go all the way with it and trademark it and patent it. Let's remove the things that people hate from MLMs, like personal volume requirements, right? Inventory, all of these things that give people a bad idea about this industry. He's removed it. So that led me to all the boxes being checked. Great people, great product, and phenomenal opportunity. The comp plan in Beyond Slim is insane. It's different than anything I've seen because it's, again, taking in the understanding of both sides of an industry, right? Affiliate marketing is on an all-time upward slope because it's different than MLM. It's still word of mouth marketing, but you don't have to go recruit your friends and family. It's just sales. Find a product, love a product, share a product. Well, Beyond Slim's comp plan supports affiliate marketing. You can make a killer side gig, side hustle, legit money by just sharing the product. If you just want to do this affiliate style, this comp plan is for you. However, if you're like me, which is like, I want to help people, I want to build leaders, I want to make a difference and impact, the comp plan supports that as well. So it's both sides. You're like that too, right? The comp plan is just phenomenal. So it helps you find that balance. This is the only comp plan that I've ever seen that when you have 2 customers, you get your product for free. Every customer you get on our Zip Slim, I'll show you again, a month supply of Zip Slim, you get $50. Just boom, every 72 hours in your account, which is phenomenal. Every 72 hours you get a customer, $50 keeps coming into your account every month. Then when you have 2 customers, you get your Zip Slim for free. $1 saved is $1 earned. So I'm like, wow, this really is an incredible opportunity for people who just want to get free product and make a couple $100 extra a month. However, when you start climbing that comp plan, there is a lot more to offer. So that's a little bit about the company, about the product comp plan. What else can I tell you, Dot? What else do you want to know?
Well, I am just going to let everyone know that anybody that's ever met me is going to hear you and meet you. This is going viral. And I just want to let everyone know I'm not putting my link down here. This is going to be available. You can send it out to your friends and, whatever team you're on, because it's fantastic. And just for those people who are listening on LinkedIn, for my Harvard friends and my Princeton and Oxford and Stanford buddies, Ray Faltinsky got his law degree from Yale University, and he did his thesis, his graduate thesis, on the social networking industry. So
Yep.
I mean, this is amazing. So any event,
Legit.
it's too legit to quit.
Absolutely.
So
And not only that, but we partnered with a doctor, Dr. Mark Drucker, which is somebody else that I think is so important when you guys are like, all right, let's start researching. Dr. Mark Drucker is who started the Advanced Institute for Medicine, something like that, down in San Diego. It's a huge health and wellness institute. It's one that is known for being on the cutting edge of naturopathic and wellness. Now, he's an MD, but he is, again, a brilliant MD who's like sees the value of alternative medicine, Eastern medicine, vitamins, as does Ray. That's why he picked this industry, because his story, which I'm sure you'll hear sometime, is how vitamins actually saved his mother's life and made him passionate about health and wellness. And so this is a product that really comes from a place of full circle wellness. You're not going to find another product out there that is comparable to everything that Zip Slim has in it. It is phenomenal. It is designed for weight loss. Okay. Right now, over 80% of America is overweight. Being overweight is more than just, oh, my pants don't fit. It hurts your body. It shortens your life. Okay. So it is a health issue. Now, along with that, comes a lot of other incredible things that Zip Slim does. So what Zip Slim does is it reboots your metabolism. Almost every person, if you are not super fit and super healthy, you have what's called metabolic overload. From the food we eat to the life we live, our metabolism has slowed down, and we are burning energy instead of fat. So we're tired and we're fluffy. And what this Zip Slim does is it reboots your metabolism. And in that process, it's going to right size you. And I say right size because this isn't about being super skinny. And that's why it's called Beyond Slim. There's so much more than being skinny when it comes to health. It's going to right size you. Some people's right sizes are thinner and more curvy than others. But in addition to right sizing you, it is going to, we have clinical studies, clinical data showing how it helps improve your sleep, how it helps improve your mood, your focus, your muscle density. I mean, as women, that is one thing that I was really excited about, because when we get into our late 30s, early 40s, it becomes really hard to build muscle. And so this helps you build muscle and definition and helps your bones. I mean, there is a list of things. So once you've lost that 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, which if you see the before and afters of this product, it is a game changer. Once you've right sized, this product is going to balance out your life in so many other ways. One of the first things I noticed right off the gate was sleeping better. I'd been taking melatonin for years to sleep. I don't know if it was a habit or if it was placebo, but I had been taking that probably for 10 years every night. And about a week into my Zip Slim twice a day, I fell asleep without taking a melatonin and realized about on the third night, oh my gosh, I haven't taken a melatonin and I'm sleeping great. Sex drive. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. The ashwagandha has clinical studies proving how it helps sex drive and sexual satisfaction, specifically in women. And our ashwagandha, the milligrams and the density and the quality of the KS99, I hope I'm saying that right, in our Zip Slim is what is the recommended dose for sexual satisfaction for women. So it does so many more things than help you become slim. I don't have 2 p.m. crashes anymore. I have nice, easy, steady energy. I feel better. I sleep better. And like I said, you guys, there is story after story, picture after picture. And I think this is the last thing I'll specifically share on the product is I'm sure most people at one point have been like, oh, I need to lose weight. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Yo-yo dieting, right? Which is not good for us. Dieting and doing these extreme things is not good for us. We need to be healthy. And so I remember I was trying to lose weight one time, and we do this thing where we're like, especially women, all in. All right, we're doing it. And I got, it was P90X, right? And I put it on. I was ready. I was in my living room. I was ready to do this. Oh my God, 30 seconds later, I thought I was going to die. I was like, this, if I can't do this in my early 30s, not that overweight, and I thought I was in decent shape. If I'm about ready to die 30 seconds in, how are people who are like 60 and 70 pounds, 50 and 60s old doing something like this? And so the program that comes with Zipslim, because it's more than a product, is what I call a wellness program for normal people. We do these 9 reboot rituals that support the rebooting of your metabolism along with the Zipslim, but they're doable. Move your body for 30 minutes, even if it's walking. Drink water. Sleep 7 hours a night. Gratitude. That's so cool. That's one of my favorite ones because the foresight, the holistic approach to actually looking at the studies done on how 20 minutes of gratitude a day, focused and intentional, can elevate your entire well-being, including stimulating weight loss. That's insane and that's amazing. And so that's something that we should all be doing. But to have that be part of a weight loss and health program, it's different. It's different than anything you've seen. It's doable for anybody, whether you're 70 or 17. It's doable. And along the way, you're going to find so many other incredible benefits. It's incredibly cost effective. And if it's something where you're ever like, oh my God, I'm loving this product, people are asking, you become a coach, 2 customers, and your product's free. It's a program for everybody. It's a comp plan for everybody. The people behind this are absolutely incredible. It's Ray did all the work. He did all the clinical trials and studies and third party stuff before he ever even launched the product. So we have all that data. And now it's go time. Now we've launched and we've got millions of lives to change.
Yeah. And what comes to mind, Rachel, is the word or the phrase timing is everything.
Yes.
And, I've been blessed because I've seen companies at the beginning. I saw Google when it first got started. I saw Yahoo when I saw Facebook when it first got started. I saw a company called Isogenics when it first got started. Could you imagine what it would have been like to be with Mary Kay back in the 60s?
Wow.
Whatever you do in life, well, could you, and on the dot, you get the last word. So maybe you could talk about the timing of Beyond Slim.
Yes.
And you got the last word. I want to thank you so much, Rachel, and we'll have you back on. And I'm so grateful that you shared this opportunity and this amazing product. I mean, it's truly amazing. Thank you.
My pleasure, Dot. Thank you so much for having me. I love being on. So anytime I can help, I love it. Timing is everything. I see so many people in life that hit the timing on the head, and then I see people who miss timing. And I've been somebody who's had great timing in certain aspects of my life, but I've also been somebody who's missed perfect timing in aspects of my life. And I think it is the icing on the cupcake. It is the bow on the package that not only do we have an amazing product with an amazing comp plan backed by amazing people, but it is the time. Time is now more than ever. As an entire society, we're caring more about health. Now more than ever, as a society, we're needing to look at extra income. Now more than ever, as a society, we're caring about what ingredients are in products. We're caring about how those products are sourced and made. We're caring about where those products come from, what country they're made in, the labor, the intensity with them. Like all of those things have been things we cared about, of course. But now, cumulatively, as a society, that is elevated. People are caring now more than ever. And so there isn't a better time than right now to jump onto something that is full circle weight loss and wellness at a ground floor opportunity that is a trademarked and patented social referral marketing that can support affiliate style. It can support building leaders and generational wealth style, as well as just getting your product for free and health is wealth style. So right now is perfect timing for Beyond Slim. And I can tell you right now, mark my words, we are going to take Beyond Slim to beyond $1 billion, because it is so much more than weight loss. It is full circle health, and it is helping millions of people live fitter, happier, and healthier lives. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to myself, reach out to Dot. We're here. I'm an open book, and I can't wait to see what you think of Zip Slim when you give it a try.